Hello, Auntie Jen here, and today I'm going to show you how to make Auntie Jen's gluten-free pumpkin pie. It is so delicious, you're going to love it. So let's get started on it. This is all the ingredients you're going to need to make Auntie Jen's gluten-free pumpkin pie. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is preheat our oven to 350 degrees. So let's do that. Okay, while that's preheating, let me show you what I've done already. I've cracked my 2 eggs and put them in a bowl, and you want a pretty good sized bowl for this. And I've stirred them up a little bit, so we've done that with our eggs. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is add our pumpkin, and this is, the only ingredients in this is just pumpkin. Okay, so we're going to put that in our bowl here. Sometimes getting it out of the can takes a while. Okay, we got that now. Okay, and then the next thing we're going to do, I've got a ½ cup of gluten-free Bisquick here. We're going to add that into the mix. Just dump it in there. I'm going to stir it up just a little bit here, just to mix it some. Okay. And then the next thing we're going to add is our sugar. So we need a ½ cup of sugar for this too. So let's dump our sugar in here, in our measuring cup. Alright, let's level that out and see if it comes to a ½ cup. Yeah, that's what we got. Alright, let's dump our sugar in there. Okay, and we'll mix that up just a little bit. Okay, we're going to put about a tablespoon and 1/4 of our cinnamon. So, and this is all gluten-free stuff. So we're going to just put in our tablespoon here. Just put us like a tablespoon in it. You can see what I got there. Just spread it all around. And we'll mix that in. Okay, and next we'll add our nutmeg. And we're going to only add just like a little bit of nutmeg, because nutmeg's pretty spicy and you got to be careful about getting too much of it. So I'm going to put like about 1/4 of a tablespoon in here, because I don't want much nutmeg. It'll make it too spicy. Okay, so we got that in there. And we're going to just stir it around. It's already smelling good. Okay, now we're going to add our vanilla. And we're going to add about 2 tablespoons and probably 1/4 of vanilla. So there's my first one. My second one. And then, oops, that. Now I like the vanilla in it. I think it gives it a really good flavor. So we're going to stir that up. Okay, now we're going to add about 3/4 of a cup of our milk. We use the lactate milk. So let's pour that in our measuring cup. Boy, I had just enough on that. That was pretty good. Okay. Alright, so we're going to add in our milk now. going to stir that in. Probably want to start out stirring it a little slowly because you don't want to splatter it all out everywhere. So. Show you what it looks like so far. Looks good. Okay, and the last thing we're going to do is add our melted butter. I put a tablespoon of butter in a bowl and I melted it in the microwave for about 30 seconds. So that's what you need to do with this. And mix that up. In there. Okay, we'll be back in just a moment. Watch this gluten-free tip and I'll show you how to prepare the pie pan. Okay, we're back. Now I'm going to show you how to prepare the pan for the pumpkin pie. We're going to take a little bit of butter. That's probably about a teaspoonful. So I'm just going to put it in the pan there. And what I do is I just take that butter and roll it around the pie pan like that. And you want to cover it really good, okay? So just roll it around there. Make sure every little thing is covered. And I even do the sides. This is going to keep your pie from sticking, okay? So that's what you want to do here. Melt, you'll get it up real good. It's okay if you have a few lumps in there left because it's not going to matter. It's all going to melt in the process. So, our oven's ready. Okay, so we got the pie pan pretty much buttered up. See what it looks like? That's what it looks like. Okay, let me wash my hands for just a second. We'll be back and I'll show you what to do next. We're back. Now, we've already buttered our pie pan, so now we're going to put in some Biscuit. Now, let me tell you something about this Biscuit. This will make you a fine crust once it's all said and done. So you want to put in enough there to make you a little bit of a crust on the bottom. I've got quite a bit. That's probably about I'm not sure quite, maybe not quite half a cup, but just enough to put quite a bit of a coating on the bottom. I usually just kind of guess and eyeball it, and I know you need the amounts, but really it's just how big of a bottom crust you want on it. And I'll try to just shake it around and let it get all over the butter. Again, this keeps it from sticking, helps, and it also gives a little bit of a crust. So that's what you want to do with it. Okay, and try to, after you've got it all around the edges where your butter's at, then you just want to make sure you got it kind of even on the bottom. I don't know if I can show that to you or not, where you can tell it, but I'm just trying to shake it out to where it's all that extra is all evened out. Alright, so we got that ready. Now we're going to add our pie filling. That's the next thing on our list. So we're just going to put it in there. Okay, we got that in our pan, and we can just spread it all around. where it gets pretty level on the top. Okay, that looks pretty good there. Alright, now, when you put this in the oven, you want to put it on something else because it'll raise up some, and you want to make sure it don't spill over the edges and get into your oven. So I use an old pizza pan, and it's old, and it don't look pretty, but it serves the purpose. So I just put this on there, and our oven's already preheated, so we're going to put it in the oven now, and we're going to bake it for about an hour. So let's do that. Alright, our pumpkin pie has been baking for an hour, so let's check it to see if it's done. It's been baking on the bottom rack, so make sure when you bake it, you put it on the bottom rack. Okay, we're going to test it by taking a case knife, putting it into the center. It comes out clean, so it's done. Alright, our next thing is we're going to let this pie cool for about 30 minutes at room temperature. And once it cools for 30 minutes, we're going to put it in the refrigerator. We're going to let it chill overnight, and we'll test it tomorrow, and I guarantee you it's going to be delicious. So I'll see you then. Alright, our pumpkin pie has been refrigerating overnight. So it's time to get it out and take a look at it. So let's do that. I know the smell yesterday was so good and delicious smelling, I had a hard time just refrigerating it. But anyway, look at that. Looks good. Can you see that? Alright, now we're going to cut us a piece out. Because I can't wait to eat it. Look at that. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. Alright, there's a piece of pumpkin pie, and I want to let you know it's really good with Haagen-Dazs vanilla ice cream. It's gluten-free, so definitely you want to try it with that. We'll be back in a minute, and I'll show you the finished product. Alright, now doesn't this pumpkin pie look delicious? Oh, I can't wait to eat it. Okay, this is how you make Auntie Jen's gluten-free pumpkin pie. And let me know what you think about it. Leave me a comment. And also, don't forget to subscribe now, because you'll need to get some more of Auntie Jen's gluten-free recipes. And also, I would ask that you share it, because I want to help people eat gluten-free that really need to eat gluten-free. So if you can help by sharing, that would be awesome. Alright, Auntie Jen signing off. I'll catch you on the next recipe.